Senior Connections, a show about senior issues and events. A guide to active independent living. With your hosts, Margie Toms and Janet Halliday.
Good afternoon and welcome to Senior Connections. I'm Margie Wimberly Toms.
And I'm Janet Halliday. Welcome to our new set. It is courtesy of Wood Ash Furniture. And if you have need for home services or home goods, go by and see Whitney and his staff and tell them thank you for this beautiful set. Our guest today is Jan Merling. Jan is with the Office of the Study of Aging from the Arnold School of Public Health. And for those of you who've never met Jan Merling, you have not been in the state of South Carolina. Jan and I go way back. Jan taught me dementia dialogues, and I have forgot how long that was. But today she is here, and she is talking about a new program through the university, and it really is a two-part program, and so we're going to let you tell us about your background and get started.
Okay. I have been with the Arnold School of Public Health for about 15 years. And the first 5 years of that, I was spreading the news about an exercise program for the frail elderly around the state. And so that's one of the things we're going to talk about is exercise programs for seniors and how they can be useful and why seniors should participate in exercise.
Oh, absolutely.
And I will give you a chance here, Margie, to talk, but I want to make this statement before we start.
Don't worry about it.
When I was going through the material, I was just surprised it said a 70 to 80-year-old with a sedentary lifestyle uses 50% of their total strength just to take a shower.
70, 80?
Right.
70, 80
70 to 80.
That-
But that's with
you're-
a sedentary
you're
life. That's with a sedentary lifestyle.
Right.
So someone who
would think
doesn't
so.
exercise or doesn't move or doesn't get out.
But I still was amazed that 50% of their strength. Wow, that was incredible.
How long have you started this new exercise program, Jan?
This one has been around, like I said, for about 15 years, and this one has been around for 3 or 4 years.
Oh, okay. Could you hold that up a second? Could I see what that says?
It's called Move for Life.
Move for Life. Oh, okay.
This
That's
is
on
a
CD.
video that has, it's on a CD, the exercise instructions, and it has some breathing and stretching. And it has some strength and balance and some cardio. And it's actually set to spiritual music.
What an excellent idea. Yeah.
Now, who basically is this geared for?
This is geared for individuals at any age, but it's mostly for seniors.
Yes.
Well, what do you consider a senior? I get this question all the time. Some people say, well, I'm 90 years old. I'm not a senior.
And I struggle with that as well because I'm approaching the standard senior age. And I think it's really ages as old as you feel, but for the most part, I'll just be honest here, most of the folks in the video are older. They have a little gray hair. So it's not, and I hope we're editing some of this out, but they're not 20-year-olds in little tight suits that are exercising. So
Now, how do we get this? Because I work at a daycare 2 hours a day, and we have an exercise program for our seniors, but I'd like to check this out also.
You can get this, you have a website?
We have seniorconnectionssc.com, and all the information about ordering is going to be on that.
It's going to be on our website.
This is available for free if you come and pick it up at my office, or you can, we will mail it to you for $3.
Okay.
Either of the programs.
After the show, I'll find out where your office is. Okay. I can easily pick it up because I don't think I'm too far from you.
No.
Right. Well, that's and it does include cardio. And I thought it was for 50 and above. Is kind of the general information that I think I read on it. So I figured you were going along with the AARP. That's when you become a senior.
Right. Since I'm older than that, we're not having us as seniors yet.
So, okay.
That's great.
Now, before we get into the other program that we're going to be discussing, we are going to take our first break. So if you have need, again, for the services that our sponsors are out there providing, please give them a call because they're supporting you by supporting this show. And don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Are your floors in need of a facelift? Shop at Floor Boys. We have the highest quality products, value pricing, and unmatched service. At Floor Boys, we treat you like family and provide an experience you cannot get at the big box stores. So please come see me, Brian, at Floor Boys.
Don't compromise, mobilize with All Medical.
Enhance your mobility and independence with a van from All Medical. Choose from a Dodge Caravan or a Honda Odyssey and customize it for your needs. Whether you're slightly ambulatory or in a wheelchair, you'll enjoy knowing you can get around town whenever you want. You depend on All Medical to provide services and products to fit your lifestyle. Now call on All Medical to take you that extra mile.
Don't compromise, mobilize with All Medical.
As large corporations continue to take over local businesses, Carnegie and Mosley Funeral Home is still family-owned and independent. They believe that bigger doesn't mean better, and people always come before profits. That trust is earned, not bought. The Carnegie and Mosley family has been serving families since 1884. Carnegie and Mosley Funeral Home. They are your neighbors, and you'll appreciate the difference.
At Heartstrings Hospice, we are here to help. Each patient has a team dedicated to providing emotional, medical, and spiritual support. At Heartstrings Hospice, we will ensure the time that you have together will allow you to be just her son and you to be just her daughter, because you shouldn't have to be anything else. At Heartstrings Hospice, we are here to help.
Are your floors in need of a facelift? Shop at Floor Boys. We have the highest quality products, value pricing, and unmatched service. At Floor Boys, we treat you like family and provide an experience you cannot get at the big box stores. So please come see me, Brian, at Floor Boys.
Welcome back to our show. We are continuing with our guest, Jan Merling, who has a sense of humor that is out of this world. Jan is going to tell us all the good things that she's working on. She's with the Arnold School of Public Health. And why don't you tell us, why is it important to exercise? Particularly for seniors.
For seniors.
Okay, young people we can forget about.
Right. For seniors, it's important that you keep exercising, because I think people should exercise lifelong. But it's important to keep exercising because most people want to stay in their own homes. When I ask people where they want to be when they get older, they say they want to stay in their own home. And the number one reason for nursing home placement is physical inactivity or muscle deconditioning.
Yeah.
So,
and that creates a what? Fall.
It creates a fall, right.
Fall is the number one. I mean, people just don't understand. And when you fall, break a hip, oh my goodness, the decline is on.
Yeah, see, for older folks, breaking a hip is fairly significant.
Indeed it is.
Almost 80% of people who fall and break a hip never live independently again. So they have to live with a relative or have someone come in or that kind of thing.
And most of the accidents tend to happen at home,
at the
right?
home, right?
Believe it or not.
And sort of aside here, most accidents occur in doorways.
Really?
They found that most falls occur in doorways because it's either a change of color of the floor, or there's a little step up, or a threshold. But the statistics say most occur in the doorway. But we need to continue exercising, because as most of us know, as we get older, we lose our muscle tone and we lose our ability to pump oxygen. And the physical activity can really keep those going and increase and maintain our strength and increase. They've done studies that found that even people over 90 have been able to double their strength if they've done weightlifting exercises. So
is that right?
Really, it doesn't matter what age you are, you can increase your strength by participating in strength building exercises. You know, the average adult begins losing muscle tone between the ages of 20 and 30.
That was amazing.
And 20 and 30.
20 to 30.
Yeah.
Right.
And that, and I'm kind of going by your little thing. And then 1% of lean muscle mass per year after the age of 40.
Right.
That was incredible. Now,
Imagine
is that just in general?
In general.
Whether or not you're doing any kind of exercise?
You can maintain it or increase. Well, you're losing the muscle mass, okay? But you can increase your strength or maintain your strength by doing physical activities.
Okay.
Makes sense.
And then other factors.
Yeah, as we get older, we lose stamina and strength. More than 2/3 of seniors do not exercise regularly.
It's true.
So only about 1/3 actually exercise. Lack of exercise and poor diet are the second largest reason for cause of death in elderly. The number one is smoking. Right, smoking. But lack of exercise and poor dietary habits will contribute to that. You know, and one of the things that we want to do for strength is that we may not want you to be a top-notch athlete. You don't have to run in races and that kind of thing, but you need your strength and stamina to do your activities of daily living at home.
When you say activities of daily living, tell our folks out there, what is that?
An activity of daily living is basically bathing, dressing, grooming, feeding, and toileting. So if you can't toilet yourself, and a lot of the exercises that I have on this program, which we'll talk about, involve standing up and sitting down. And I don't mean to sound indelicate, but where do we do most of our standing up and sitting down that's very important? It's in the bathroom.
Yeah, exactly.
So if you can toilet yourself, if you can get up and have the strength to cook some meals, you know, if you have the strength to dress yourself, all of those things. If you don't have the strength and the ability to do that, then you either have to have someone come in or you have to go live where someone is available to help you.
And that's very expensive to have someone in,
I would think so.
Especially if most home care agencies are private pay. So that comes right out of your pocket unless you have long-term care insurance, which we should all be thinking about, or going to an assisted living or nursing home. And that is the reason why we're trying to encourage you today to exercise, to keep out of those facilities or
stay in your own home.
That's right. And we're going to take another break. So again, if you have need for those services, give them a call and we'll be right back.
Hi, my name's CJ. A few years ago, my father became seriously ill. I did what I could do before he passed, but it took its toll. I lost my job, my house. I'm getting back on my feet, but I don't know when there'll be food on the table. How'd I do, CJ?
We could be twins.
Well, cousins, maybe.
Play a role in ending hunger. Visit feedingamerica.org/hunger and find your local food bank.
At Heartstrings Hospice, we are here to help. Each patient has a team dedicated to providing emotional, medical, and spiritual support. At Heartstrings Hospice, we will ensure the time that you have together will allow you to be just her son and you to be just her daughter, because you shouldn't have to be anything else. At Heartstrings Hospice, we are here to help.
As large corporations continue to take over local businesses, Carnegie and Mosley Funeral Home is still family-owned and independent. They believe that bigger doesn't mean better, and people always come before profits. That trust is earned, not bought. The Carnegie and Mosley family has been serving families since 1884. Carnegie and Mosley Funeral Home, they are your neighbors, and you'll appreciate the difference.
Woodash is having a mattress sale. Why pay thousands of dollars for a Visco memory foam mattress when you can get a complete two-piece queen set at Woodash for $3.99? This quality mattress layered with Visco memory foam features a cool, comfortable quilted top for a comfortable, cool sleep every night. Highly resilient, highly durable, and best of all, at a discount price starting at just $3.99 for the two-piece queen set. For the lowest discount prices featuring Visco memory foam mattresses starting at $3.99, shop Woodash today. Woodash, located in the heart of the Vista, 919 Gervais.
Welcome back to Senior Connections. We're talking with Jan Merling, and we're also finding out all the good things about exercise, which is a new program that they've introduced from the Arnold School of Public Health. Now, in terms of exercise, because we got to think about, the person as a whole, right, Jan? Mm-hmm. If they have a condition where they're limited in terms of the types of exercises that they can do, mm-hmm. what you're going to show us, what those exercises are a little later on,
yes,
right?
Ma'am.
But certainly, if it's a senior that is able, mobile, etc., mm-hmm. then you're encouraging them that they must do some sort of exercise. Is walking the best form, or do you have some other things?
Walking is probably the most popular.
Yeah.
Probably the best in terms of joints is swimming, but a lot of, particularly women, we have the hair issues and mm-hmm. we don't want to swim. So walking is the easiest, it's the most accessible. You don't have to have any equipment other than a good pair of shoes. You can walk mm-hmm. right out your front door. So that's the best. And actually, one of the things that I have found about dementia is one of the few things that they think can actually help prevent someone developing dementia is walking.
Or is that walking or just any kind of exercise?
Or any kind of exercise, but walking is the easiest and the simplest and the least costly.
Now, why don't people like to exercise?
Well, a lot of older folks, particularly women, they've never exercised. I actually was before Title IX. I finished my college before they had Title IX, which was, athletic programs for women. Yeah. And people older than myself, I know a lot of women did not have physical education in schools. I met someone that said the boys would run around and they would sit and knit and crochet. So they've mm-hmm. they don't have a history of exercising. They're afraid as we get a lot older. Yes. People are afraid of falling. And that kind of thing. They perceive themselves as unable to exercise. Well, I have hip issues or I have arthritis. So they perceive themselves as not able to, and they have a lack of energy. It's sort of the more you don't exercise, the
more energy you have,
the less energy you have.
Excuses
right.
you can come up with also sometimes.
Exactly. Right? So there's a lot of reasons why, and some people don't like to do it alone.
True.
So one of the things is join a group, find a walking group, find an exercise group at the church,
right.
That kind of
Again,
thing.
in terms of that senior who's mobile, mm-hmm. arthritis plays a big role mm-hmm. also in terms of them limiting themselves, right. but it's really the best thing.
It's the best thing for it. And again, one of the best things for arthritis is swimming because it's not weight-bearing.
Yes, absolutely.
But that really, a lot of people just have never learned to swim or they don't have access to a pool mm-hmm. and that kind mm-hmm. of thing.
Now, we haven't talked about the what is called the placemat.
This is the placemat strength training program, and it was designed for the frail elderly.
Yes,
And it was designed to go into people's homes, and it's called the placemat because it's covered in plastic and you can leave it right on the table so you can't forget it. That's what it was designed for. And there's ways there that you can check off the exercises you do every day. And there's 10 exercises. And all it requires is a chair with arms, a good sturdy chair with arms. And it's, again, designed for the frail elderly. That's not very hard, but it's working on muscles that allow you to remain independent. And 3 of the exercises on here are actually ones in a Harvard hip health study to maintain your hip health by doing 3 simple little exercises. So again, it's not hard, it's not cardio, it's just strengthening some of the muscles.
Now, with this program, what are I know it's kind of a twofold issue. Name some of the benefits to the participant.
First of all, it can either restore or increase or maintain your strength. I mean, that's the first thing we want to do. We want to have the strength to be able to get out of the chair. We want to have the strength to get out of the car. We want to have the strength on your own to walk to the mailbox. That's the big one. They did a study and found that people progressed from a walker to a cane within just 10 weeks of doing basic exercises.
And we're going to leave the walker and cane right there because we're going to go for our next break, and we will be right back after these wonderful words from our sponsors. So stay right there.
Are your floors in need of a facelift? Shop at Floorboys. We have the highest quality products, value pricing, and unmatched service. At Floorboys, we treat you like family, provide an experience you cannot get at the big box stores. So please come see me, Brian, at Floorboys.
Don't compromise, mobilize with All Medical.
Enhance your mobility and independence with a van from All Medical. Choose from a Dodge Caravan or a Honda Odyssey and customize it for your needs. Whether you're slightly ambulatory or in a wheelchair, you'll enjoy knowing you can get around town whenever you want. You depend on All Medical to provide services and products to fit your lifestyle. Now call on All Medical to take you that extra mile.
Don't compromise, mobilize with All Medical.
As large corporations continue to take over local businesses, Carnegie and Mosley Funeral Home is still family-owned and independent. They believe that bigger doesn't mean better, and people always come before profits. That trust is earned, not bought. The Carnegie and Mosley family has been serving families since 1884. Carnegie and Mosley Funeral Home. They are your neighbors, and you'll appreciate the difference.
At Heartstrings Hospice, we are here to help. Each patient has a team dedicated to providing emotional, medical, and spiritual support. At Heartstrings Hospice, we will ensure the time that you have together will allow you to be just her son and you to be just her daughter, because you shouldn't have to be anything else. At Heartstrings Hospice, we are here to help.
Body language can tell you all sorts of things. Like someone is having a stroke. Know the sudden signs. Learn fast. Face drooping, arm weakness, speech difficulty. Time to call 911 and get them to a hospital immediately. Learn the body language and spot a stroke fast.
Are your floors in need of a facelift? Shop at Floorboys. We have the highest quality products, value pricing, and unmatched service. At Floorboys, we treat you like family, provide an experience you cannot get at the big box stores. So please come see me, Brian, at Floorboys.
Welcome back to Senior Connections. We are again talking to Jan Merling from the Merling, from the Arnold School of Public Health. And we're going to continue now talking about benefits for the caregiver. Explain, Jan.
Yeah, this can be helpful for the caregiver as well. The stronger that the client gets, the less weight the caregiver has to bear. It makes them more ambulatory. They can bear their own weight. Even if they're not ambulatory, they can stand up when they brush their teeth. They can stand up to comb their hair. So they can bear their own weight. It reduces the risk of injury to the caregiver. The lifting and pulling and twisting often causes injury to the caregiver. So if they don't have to do that, if the participant can help, that really reduces the risk of caregiver. And it just reduces the amount of assistance the caregiver has to give.
Absolutely. Plus it gives the client more independence too. You know?
They have found that the people who have participated in exercise programs, they do have an increased sense of safety and well-being. They just feel like they can do better, and they feel more energized. And it also helps with sleep. If you get some exercise, you're going to sleep better.
Sure. That's a huge problem with our seniors. A lot of them have problems with sleep. So,
and they've also found that exercise helps with some depression, and we've seen an increase in depression in our senior population.
No question about it.
Now, I want to make sure that anytime you start an exercise program, you talk with your doctor.
Yes, ma'am. And I would certainly explain what exercise program you're going to do with the doctor. So if you use something like the placemat, take it to the doctor and say, are these things that I could do? And they may make modifications and say, you know, depending on what some of the issues are.
That's very true. Right. Definitely.
And now, who does the placemat target? You said the frail?
This is designed for the frail elderly to be done in the home.
In the home.
That's what it was designed for.
Okay.
So it can be done anywhere with a good solid chair with arms, because some of them actually you use your arms and your hands.
Now, do they have any of these programs in facilities? Have they utilized this?
Some have, but this one again was designed to be done in the home.
In the home,
but
primarily.
they are available for any facility that would like to use this program. It's available.
So, how could somebody get that? The placemat.
Again, if you come to our office, it's absolutely free, or you can contact us, and for $3 we will send you the information, the placemat.
And it comes with a little.
It comes with a pencil, so you can check off which ones you do. And it comes with a little brochure that explains how to do each one of the exercises.
Yeah, they're very simple, and I think it also says like how many you have to do, and then you move up to the next level.
Move up to the next level,
and it even has every day of the week, so you can't cheat.
You can't cheat. There's a little place to check off if you've done it that day.
That's right. And again, tell people the reason why it is so important to exercise.
It is so important to exercise, if nothing else, because you want to stay in your own home. And muscle deconditioning and inactivity is the #1 reason why people are admitted to nursing facilities. And we want to be active members of society. We want to be able to leave the home and go out and socialize.
Right, exactly.
And it makes us healthier.
And that's kind of good, I think, for family members, you know, that they can, you know, be an asset in terms of helping their loved one, you know, help themselves.
Exactly.
Okay, girls, and we have to wind it up right now. It has been a pleasure, Miss Jen. Always a pleasure.
Jen, love you.
Thank you for having me.
Be sure and pick up your copy of Senior Living Guide. It is a statewide publication, has lots and lots of senior information above and beyond. It has our senior logo with all of our wonderful sponsors, and if you have need for their services, give them a call, and also visit our website, seniorconnectionssc.com, and you will get all of the information that we talked about today. Good stuff.
Please tune in again. We hope to see you next week, and may the Lord be with you.